Jessie B Scrapbooking back with another process video. This one is for Mixed Media Mayhem and Off the Board. So here's my off the board pin. I just think it's a really cool layout. Here is the person that did it. And then for Mixed Media Mayhem, I got to pick what we were doing. And so I picked a stencil, the color green, and watercolors. So here's my stencil I'm going to use. Here's my watercolors. And here is the picture I'm going to do. This is my daughter. Last hunting season, we were on top of the mountain. It was just a beautiful picture. So I'm going to scrap that. And I'm also going to use a cut file that I made on Cricut Studio. So let's get going. Okay, so here I am trying to figure out exactly what I want to do, and so I decided to back my photo in the same paper that I cut out my cut file. And I was too lazy to find scissors, so I just ripped my paper a little bit so I can stick it into my little guillotine trimmer here. And it worked. So get that all cut out, and I am going to set it aside and then use this. It's more like a, I don't know, looks like a mud burst or starburst type of splatter stencil, and I'm going to use a bronze color paint instead of the green, because I want green that's going to go over top. So I'm going to use this bronze paint in the background, and I'm just using the watercolors and my water paintbrush here, and I'm just kind of messily going through the stencil. There is going to be leakage underneath the stencil because it is very wet, but that's okay. I really like the way it turns out. It makes a really cool effect. And since this stencil is a very kind of messy looking stencil, it works out well. So I'm just going to use that stencil all the way around, kind of keeping that burst look going. And I'm not doing a lot in the center. Actually, I don't do any in the center. I'm just kind of keeping it heavy on the corners and lighter on the outside edges. And I'm so sorry, my camera has this huge glare on it. I just got a new phone to record on. I am liking it so far, except for it is so much better camera on it that my lighting is completely wrong. So I am going to work on that and try to fix it, and so that it's not so glaring and bright. I actually had to do a little bit of editing on this video because of how bright it was. You couldn't actually see hardly anything. So, yeah. This is the green paper I'm going to use. I'm just going to cut 2 strips from it. And I really like this color green. In the video, it looks almost metallic, but it is not. It is just cardstock. And that's where I'm talking about my camera's picking up light that I didn't even see. So, when I first looked at the video, these papers looked almost white. So I just did a little bit of editing just so you can see that they really are green. And I just had to drop the intensity of the light, and it worked out well. But yeah, so sorry about that. I will work on it. But here's where I'm just doing that kind of like paper strips in the background. I'm going to use these green ones. I'm trying to figure out how I want them to lay. I don't want them all one direction. And then I'm going to grab this paper that has like it's a music sheet, and I'm going to cut it in a couple different directions because I want the papers that go up and down to actually have the music and the words going the right direction. And the papers that go across, I want the words and the music notes to be in the right direction. So that's what I was doing there, and I'm just going to cut these and place them. And I know that it's hard to see, but you can see them in the close-ups at the end, and it looks really cool. I like it with the sheet of music mixed in with the green. I think it looks really cool. So I'm going to get all that situated and placed down. I will glue it all down, but I don't think I keep all that in because I think pretty much everything stays right where it's at. I might move one piece of paper, but basically everything is just going to stay right there. So, and then I will glue the picture down in that top corner there, and everything is all adhered down now. And I thought it was looking a little too stark white behind all of that paper piecing in the background. So I'm just going to use my water brush and that same bronzy color, and I'm just going through very messily and kind of hit and miss between all of those, kind of like you would do grout, I guess. Kind of made me think of. But I like that a lot better. And then I'm going to use the stencil again and bring it down into that big white open spot that I didn't have it at, and just to help it fill that space in so it looks like that starburst or sunburst is all the way in the back. So now I'm going to put on my little hexagon cutouts, and I'm using the extra where I cut the hexagons out of. I'm using that as a template to know where to lay my little hexagons, because when I made this cut file on Cricut Design Space, I put exactly how I knew I was going to want it on the layout. So even though it cuts out and nothing is hooked together, this is helping me make sure everything is pretty much where I want it. It doesn't have to be exact. As you can see, I'm not, doing precise, but I do like the way that it turns out. So I have this little one going to go up in the corner and another little one down at the bottom corner. And then I ended up with one extra little one because my picture covered it. And so I will just set it aside, and I'll end up using that. I'll bring it in a little bit. So, yeah, I just want to remind everyone, this is a hop, Mixed Media Mayhem. We do it every week, every Friday. So go and check out all the ladies and gentlemen that play along and see what they come up with these three, I don't know what you call them, suggestions that we all pick each week. And yeah, it's so much fun. And then I am playing along with Off the Board. That's why I am using this Pinterest board. This layout is not in English, so I don't know exactly who did it. I just put the blog post that I found it at. When I clicked on my Pinterest board, it took me to the blog post, so I posted that at the beginning, and I'll put it in the credits too, in the description. It is a beautiful layout, so I was really wanting to do this one. So I decided to go into my stash, grab some silk flowers and leaves, and I'm just going to use the white and yellow flowers. I thought about bringing in some of the other colors, but I didn't want to overload because I didn't have any of that orange, which would have been good because of my daughter's vest. But the only orange I had was big, huge orange leaves, and I didn't want to use them. So I decided just to go with pale yellow and the white flowers. And then I grabbed some, oh, what are these? Brads. And I'm going to use the brads to hold down the flowers. These are my last 4 brads I have. So I actually end up using one flower, will not get a brad, but I will put a rhinestone on it so it looks like it has one. But yeah, I'm going to have to go and find some more brads because I love brads. I use them all the time and ran out. And I like different colors and different shapes, and yeah, so I have to go find some. So now I am just going to go ahead and glue these leaves down. As you notice, I did cut the leaves from the leaves I had. This big one here is the only one I didn't cut down. I left that one whole, but the other ones are all from bigger leaves, and I wanted just little smaller leaves, but I like the colors, and so I'm going to use these as the leaves for my little clusters here. And then I decided I needed a little bit more. Here's where I'm putting that one flower. It doesn't have a brad, so I'll use this little rhinestone here. And I am going to go into my fingernail art, fingernail jewels and stuff, and I'll use them for scattering here in just a second. I noticed on the layout, the inspiration piece, that there's little tiny word phrase stickers and a couple different spots on the layout, and so I grabbed mine, and the top cluster says, "It's always the small pieces that make the big picture." Oh, I can talk, really. Sorry. And then the bottom one says, "Leave a little sparkle wherever you go." And now I'm putting on the title. And my title is from these Simple Stories Color Vibe alphabet stickers. This book that I got from Peacecraft Love, and I love this book. I love the different size of alphas in it. So my title is Beautiful View, and then I added Collect Beautiful Moments in that hexagon underneath the flowers there for just some more little word phrases. And here's where I'm grabbing those nail arts. These are just open circles. So I figured we had open hexagons, the open circles I thought would be cute touch. So I'm just going to scatter around 3 in each cluster, and then 3 down beside the title. So I have 4 clusters of 3 actually, but that's okay. I like it. And then I grabbed these other little stars, and they're the stars that have like the long top and bottom, and then the starburst in the middle. And I will put 1 in each cluster, and then I also put 1 beside the title, and then there's also a cross down beside the title too, just for some more scattery bits. And then I add a little starburst in the middle of this small hexagon here. And yeah, I think that turned out cute. So there's my layout. I hope you like it. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and go check everybody out that's playing with both of these hops today. Thanks for watching. Bye.